What is up everyone, it's TK and welcome back to another video. Now today we're gonna have an interesting one because yes, if you look at my army, there is something missing and that is going to be the Royal Champion Electro Boots. I'm doing a Royal Champion charge but without the Royal Champion Electro Boots, and you might be saying, why? Well, this video is actually about that, and why am I doing it? What is the point I'm trying to prove? And how can it still work, right? So I'm currently at 6,100 trophy, a trophy range that not a lot of people are even getting there for, like easily. And this is my second account. I wasn't even pushing this account, and this idea of this just randomly came to my mind, which I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what some people don't, and simply that's bringing light into how powerful a strategy or equipments around that strategy can be. Meanwhile, people thinking it's actually just one thing, like the Electro Boots, like nerf the Electro Boots, nerf the Royal Champion. Well, guys, it's not really that simple, and this video is all about that. So we're gonna dive into some of my attacks and see how I crush these bases, of course, with the Royal Champion Life Gem, or is it Life Gem or Royal Gem? I actually forgot the name because how long this equipment has not been used. And this was the only equipment that you can actually use in a Royal Champion charge, because obviously if you have the shield, you can't really use it. And there's a reason why I use the Life Gem, and simply because it increases the damage of RC, which actually sets her with the same nearly exact damage that she would have done if she had the Electro Boots surrounding her, damaging those buildings. So if you're hitting an air defense with 2 shots, this Royal Champion with this equipment will also hit the air defense with 2 shots. If you don't have this, the air defense will go down in 3 shots. So this is the little thing. And also in the middle of the base, I've seen whenever the RC is very low and you want to pop the equipment and use that rocket spur, you don't have enough HP, you don't have invisibility, and sometimes the RC dies through ability. But with the Royal Gem, you actually get quite a lot of health boost, which fully generates the RC HP. So in some cases, this equipment might just even be better, and this is just crazy, I know, and that's why I'm bringing this army. I'm bringing the major army I use with my main account in Legends, and also one friendly challenge because I want to show you another base style as well, as I always do on multiple bases, and just want to give light to how powerful a strategy is. And the issue is not only regarding the RC charge or Electro Boots or just the Royal Champion itself. It's nothing like that. So let's dive into this video without any further ado. So firstly, we're gonna have this diamond layout with the splitters pointing outwards. So what I do automatically about these are just go behind splitters, right? And one thing I want to show you is the power of the RC. I would say charge. Is it charge? I don't even know. RC walk. Because I don't actually charge her into anything. I don't go for values. And that's the thing. That's the thing what people are looking for. They want to get values. Well, you don't necessarily need it when you have a funnel. So this RC is just going to go a bit deeper. And you can see obviously the tornado. And just guys, look at this, man. We got one expo, a ricochet, and a multi-archer tower. And damn near no funnel. So the thing with this army is that you can just spam the rest and it will triple. The base cannot do anything. And I'm confident in every single one of the attacks that I do. That's the thing. But obviously with the, Electro Boots, you would have completely crushed the skellies. You may have done more damage. It doesn't matter. I'm not here to tell you the Royal Gem is better, is the meta. No, it's not nothing like that. It's just I want to show you it wouldn't be a difference. I crushed so many bases with 4 heroes alive, and no strategy has that. You don't have any other strategy that you're with 4 heroes alive crushing a base, meanwhile not getting too much value. And holy hell, that little kind of defense, took down one of my Root Riders there, so we have to overgrowth it. For the rest of the attack, obviously, you want to have the Royal Champion alive to keep her going. That's why most of the time I keep 1 invisibility. So in case she's under so much damage, you can simply make her invisible. And because you got so many troops and heroes, everything will just target everything else. The damage is so spread that nothing really takes damage. This is the power of the strategy. The strategy that has been nerfed 3 times. The equipment of this strategy, the major one, the Royal Champion Electro Boots, has been nerfed, I believe even 2 times or 1 time. Let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, everything you see on this strategy has been nerfed. That's the thing that doesn't make quite sense, and it's like, hold on, what is really happening? What is the problem of this army? Like, how can someone defend this? And the thing is, if they nerf the Root Riders, the hard mode is like you just can't simply triple with anything else, and it will be all dragons, and people will just get so bored of it. So that's when they have to then nerf the dragons, and as I said, you just then cannot triple in hard mode because these are the only 2 armies that actually work in hard mode ESL tournaments regarding the good bases, not just any random base with no proper traps. So yeah, let's move on to the second hit. On the next hit, I wanted to really become a noob. I really wanted to do the worst RC charge possible with the most lesser value you've ever seen out of 4, or I believe maybe even 5 I used on this attack, invisibility. So let's just watch. Now, we're gonna have an invis here, completely missed it. RC, I have to make her invisible again. And then this RC is gonna go a bit weird because after the Archer Tower, I just made her invisible like this, so we have to make her invisible again. And guess what? Now she's going to Minion Prince, and yeah, we just got an Archer Tower and a Monolith. Simple as that, guys. And I'm sorry, the Fox is gone, RC is so low. What is happening? And I lost all the invis. Have you ever seen a worst RC charge in your entire life? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Maybe you have, I don't know. But let's see how this base gets crushed, right? It's not even about the RC charge. That's the thing. Like, with this being the craziest, most powerful army in the game, there is just no other easier strategy. There is no better strategy. I've seen people out there trying to bring other strategies. I don't know if they are low on content or they just want to have variety of it. But when there is such a strategy, really and truly, if you want to push in Legends, if you want to become the best version of yourself in Wars and CWOs to help your clan, you just simply cannot afford to use other ones. That's the main thing, and that's one of the reasons Supercell is bringing the new balance changes that you guys saw. If you're on my Discord or Telegram channel, you would get the announcement. I just didn't simply do a video of because it was a really small balance change, and truly I don't think it's going to affect anything, to be honest with you, and the game will be still the same. The high legends will still be running around with Root Riders and Dragons. The Wars and CWO will still be the same exact results on the big clans if they war together. The, how can I say, the tournaments, no one's going to run like Super Bowlers or anything, you know, it's just simply not going to happen. And honestly, this video is just showing you why, because you cannot nerf something to a point where it's completely useless, because then a lot of people already use that army for a long time, and for them to switch to fully new armies with new mechanics and going around defenses in a complete new way is just simply not how the game works. And I'm sorry, but we've got 2 full HP heroes with 3 Root Riders. Guys, I could have gotten 30% more of the base with this exact army. This is the problem, right? This army is around, how much is it? 2 heroes and 100, maybe 20 housing spots. With 120 housing spot, you can take down half of another Town Hall 17. So obviously, like, this video is showing you that proof. Okay, so I've done a Root Rider video, and on my channel, Root Rider videos do like really well in general, because obviously people want to know how to hit the best method with the Root Riders, and honestly, once you learn it, it's just no going back. There's no point to switch armies when you can see. Otherwise, if you're bored, like on this account, this is what I did. I was so bored that if you look at my armies on this account, you're gonna see I got random dragon army that I did on Blueprint channel. I had a Blizzard Lalo and I had Twin Hogs. You can see the armies that I'm going around with, and I obviously had some Root Rider army at the back end that I don't use, some Super Valkyries. I was just so bored that I'm just doing so random armies, but none of them does have the same results as the Root Riders, and amount of mistakes you can do on a Root Rider attack. the amount of trophies you can push with a Root Rider attack, the help you can put in your clan with the Root Rider attacks. It's simply the best, and honestly, I don't personally think there can be anything done to it to nerf it to the ground. It just have to be something like they did with the droid. And that, as I said, doesn't quite work well with the community, in my opinion. So, we're gonna have another race here, guys, and it's double rage. And you might be saying, well, TK, why don't you just, charge the rage? However, guys, there is no need. I can just get one expo and just spam the rest. It will still triple. Like, obviously, not many people might have the same, like, mindset. Maybe they fail, and it's cool. Obviously, we got regular or average players as well who fail with Root Riders. There is no need to worry, and obviously, there is no judgment here. I'm just simply here to show you the equipment on the RC does not matter. The equipment on Warden, for example, the Healing Tome, doesn't matter. They nerfed the Eternal Tome, it doesn't matter. If they want to nerf, for example, the Spiky Ball, it wouldn't matter. They cannot nerf the Giant or the Arrow because it honestly does not matter. You can still combine them with, for example, obviously like the, log launcher together and then just get the same exact result. And nothing really matters. So they have to nerf something that is really, really, truly powerful. And as I said, they can't afford to do that. So that's why we're not seeing a nerf to ground with the Root Rider army. Otherwise, it would have been done, guys. I know a lot of people like keep telling me like why there is no nerfs to the Root Riders. Well, this is the reason. And as I explained, the amount of people who use these armies are a lot, and once these get nerfed to the ground, because they cannot nerf other things, they cannot nerf like equipments that people actually paid or played for a long time to put their ores in. And with the ore economy currently in the game, that would just not taken very lightly. And on this attack, you can see we got like what? We got 30-ish%, whereas I lost the two of my heroes, or sorry, King and nearly all the Root Riders, I believe. And we still got so many major. We got Town Hall, Gigabomb, Inferno. We got full HP nearly Minion Prince, Scatter, Multi-Archer Tower, Spitter, another Inferno, another Ricochet Cannon. And guess what? RC is just gonna go through it. And this is not even the problem with the RC. That's the thing. Like, the amount of damage that is in the game in regular mode, it's not enough to stop 340 housing space with the most broken troop, which is the Root Rider in the game. And the Root Rider itself is not even doing anything, and that's the thing. And right now we have avalanches of walls going low on HP, guys. What is the point of that? I don't necessarily know. I talked to my friend Mr. Mills, and I believe he kind of actually suggested back like, what is this change? And yeah, so the walls are simply gonna open more. What made them choose to balance the walls on lower HP? I understand the scattershot point of view, I understand troops going higher on HP and damage, but what is the wall problem? Like, these poor walls, man, they're already not doing much. They're just there for the aesthetics, honestly. You still can wall break the wall with the lesser level of your maxed wall. Like, if you have a maxed super wall breaker and there is a maxed wall in front of you, you can simply just open it, right? But if you have one level lower, that's when the wall wouldn't open. But currently, after the balance changes that will be coming soon, I believe they said not before the June 30th. So with that balance change, the wall will just simply open with even a lower level super wall breaker. So as I said, there is literally no point in certain things that the game is currently doing, and I hope in future we get some love to Legends League and how it can be, kind of changed. Because guys, honestly, like, what kind of royal champion charge is this if you don't use the RC Electro boots and still get the same results? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, it's like if you use a fireball strategy and you kind of crush the base still, but you don't use the fireball. What? How does that work, man? I honestly don't know. So as you saw, the problem is not necessarily with the roots alone. It's not necessarily with the hero equipments. Like, let's nerf the snake bracelet, or let's nerf, I don't know, the eternal tome or healing tome. People just gonna take rage gem with the healing spell. There is literally so many alternatives, and that's the thing. So this is the point I'm trying to make in this video. The RC is not the issue. The Electro boots is literally not the issue. And the game balance itself is way more larger aspect if you want to think about it. It's not Root Strider is the issue. No, they can literally higher HP the walls. 3 times over, the Root Strider cannot break through. It's cool. You don't even need to break through. You can drop all the Valkyries on the outside. You can have all the Super Barbarians wasted. You can have this Ice Golem sprung out of map. You can have the Witches get blown by a Multi-Inferno. You will still triple. This is what I want to reach to, right? That's when we talk about balance, whereas it's not just one thing, but it's the majority of the things that actually make that thing come up. So yeah, we obviously have this strategy right here. I'm gonna have the link of it down below in the description if you wish to use it, and obviously hopefully with the methods I've took down those bases you understand kind of how this works. But if you really wish to get into the Root Strider armies and how you can triple with any type of base style under any type of pressure, make sure to check the Blueprint website and you can check out their coaching sessions with myself, and you can actually book one. I'll be there one-on-one and teach you how you can use this army on every single base style and basically make you the best version of yourself before this army actually gets nerfed to the ground. Because I think in future with the new Town Hall, we might completely see the Root Riders gone from the game. So that's personally what I think. With the Town Hall 18, I don't think the Root Riders will be in the game. That's just how I believe. If people want to see change in the meta, this troop needs to be nerfed to the ground and the things around it. So everything around it, you know, like completely, if they want to break a strategy down, because they tried before with nerfing one-on-one equipment, nerfing the root, nerfing the this. It doesn't work one-on-one. It needs to have a full nerf to the full strategy if they want to see it gone and they don't want to see it in the game. But as I said in the video and I explained it, that is really unlikely to happen in Town Hall 17. So yeah, buckle your seatbelts, man. We're gonna have a wild run for the next 6 months and see what happens in Legends League. And yeah, as I said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. The link of the army, as I said, will be down below in the description. See you soon later. Take care and peace.